Jada is back at it, here to give everyone another Chicago Bulls related video, as today is Monday, August 2nd, which means it's actually the first day of the new NBA season, and today's the day where all teams can negotiate with all free agents. Deals can't officially be signed, I think, until August 6th, but today's the day you can negotiate and pitch coming to your franchise, which the Chicago Bulls need to do a lot of pitching. So we just had the NBA draft, and the Bulls only had the 38th selection in the NBA draft, and a lot of people wanted the Bulls to trade up because this was considered one of the deepest drafts in recent memory. It compares to the 2003 draft where LeBron James was drafted as the first pick. And the Bulls didn't have to make a trade. They got a guy they were projected to potentially get and then not projected to pick, a guy that was, in my opinion, a first-round pick, and that would be Ayo Dosunmu. He's a guard, a combo guard out of Illinois. He's going to be a good fit for us, and I think he can step right in and be a good bench player and possibly do a lot more right away with Kobe White. We're not really sure what Kobe White is going to do right away. He might not play the first month or two of the season, depending on how that shoulder injury goes, but Ayo Dosunmu is going to be a good player for the Bulls. He's been a Bulls fan all of his life. He played at Illinois, so we got a hometown kid for a second-round price, a guy that could have easily been a first-round draft selection. So that is definitely a steal in the draft. And another move by the Wizard, Arturas Karnisovas, to get a guy who, well, I mean, he didn't really have to do anything. All the other teams passed on him, so it's good. We didn't have to make it. I was kind of hoping the Bulls would trade to get another second-round pick because there was a lot of value available, especially when the second round started. Now, truth be told, I was kind of pulling for the Bulls to get Miles McBride, but he ended up getting picked at like pick 35, so we didn't have a chance at him. So we got Dosunmu, and I think that's going to be a solid selection for us going forward, and he's going to make an impact on this Bulls team as a second-rounder, so that's good. We know that Marko Simonovic, he is, or Simonovic, I'm not sure what it is, Simonovic, he is going to play this year. It's just a matter of what his contract will be. I mean, he was a second-round pick, so I think it won't be that much, so that's a good thing. And then, of course, free agency. Now, of course, the consensus is with every Bulls fan, the Bulls should get Lonzo Ball. And I kind of agree with that too, but I point to this. So I watch a lot of Bulls Central, and if you don't watch Bulls Central on YouTube, you probably should. Jamal does a great job with that channel, and he recently did an interview. He's done a lot of interviews with people that are close to the Chicago Bulls, a lot of Chicago Bulls insiders, such as Casey Johnson. But he did an interview with Tony Gill, who's on, he's a Bulls insider, but he thinks of himself more as a Bulls observer. And he was talking about how Lonzo Ball, he's good and all, but does he make the Bulls championship contenders? Even if the Bulls fill out their roster, does he make the Bulls the best team in the East? And I would have to say, based on what I know about Lonzo Ball, he does not. I would be hesitant. The rumored contract for Lonzo Ball would be about 4 years, $80 million. To me, Lonzo Ball hasn't showed enough consistency. Now, he had a bad year going into the newest season, but he really had a good season this year, but that was this season. Is he going to duplicate those numbers? He improved a lot with the three and his shooting, but is he going to duplicate that? We don't know. I hope he does. But if he doesn't, it's not going to be that great of a signing. He's going to be looked upon as a bust. He's going to be looked upon as a Carlos Boozer, who, in my opinion, Boozer didn't do as bad as people think he did. He was just a guy that didn't play a lot of defense, but he did score, for the Bulls. But I hope Lonzo Ball, if we do end up signing him, is the answer. In my opinion, I would be a little bit more hesitant to sign Ball. Of course, if we don't offer him 4 years, at least at $80 million, we probably won't get him, as he's a pretty hot commodity, according to what everybody else is saying. There's a chance we could trade for Ben Simmons, although in that particular trade, I would be okay with trading Ben Simmons because I think he's more of a difference maker. Obviously, there are some things, and I've talked about this before, that would be bad about Ben Simmons. He can't shoot threes, or he chooses not to, and he does not shoot free throws well at all. But he is an elite defensive player, and a really good playmaker. So I would be okay with getting Ben Simmons if we don't have to trade Patrick Williams, Zach LaVine, Troy Brown Jr., or, of course, Nikola Vucevic. Those would be the guys that the Bulls would have to hold on to. It would have to be a deal for like Kobe White, a sign and trade for Lauri Markkanen, and maybe our first round 2025 pick, and Tomas Satoransky, because Satoransky's not going to come back, especially with drafting Ayo Dosunmu. Satoransky's all but gone off the Bulls. We just need to get something for him. That will be key. So you ask, who would I want other than, Ben Simmons? There's a lot to get Ben Simmons, so we probably won't get him. There's always the talk of signing Kyle Lowry to a 2-year deal. There's that rumor of possibly Chris Paul, which I don't think is really going to happen now, but I would love Chris Paul coming to the Bulls. He would have to take a discount. I know he's making close to $40 million right now. He would definitely, or he might be making over $40 million. Chris Paul would have to take a discount. He would only be getting like $20 million a year if he came to the Bulls, but if he really wants to play with Billy Donovan again, I think he actually makes us a championship contender just because Chris Paul's awesome. Now, I think Phoenix did overachieve a little bit this past season, especially with a lot of injuries in the Western Conference, but I think getting Chris Paul would be a difference maker. There's talk about Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't want Spencer Dinwiddie. I don't want Mike Conley. You could get Murray off the San Antonio Spurs. I don't think he's really going to be available. We did actually offer the qualifying hour to Lauri Markkanen, so we can always sign and trade him now. That's good. The guy that I want, and he's not even available right now, unless for some reason he requests a trade, but a guy who I would love the Bulls to get, and I think he'll be a free agent in 2 years, but I think Memphis can match any offer that he would get if they choose to do so, and that would be Ja Morant. I really like Ja Morant. I think he would be a good fit. Obviously, that's probably not going to happen because that's years away at this point. But I'm just giving you my opinion on what the Bulls should do. I think the consensus is to get Lonzo Ball, and that probably will happen. But if the Bulls don't get Lonzo Ball, what would be your backup plan? Leave that in the comments section. If you're a Bulls fan and you're really happy about the Bulls getting Ayo Dosunmu, smash that like button. If you like the job that Arturas Konarshevas is doing, make sure you smash that like button as well. If you know anybody that would be interested in this kind of breakdown about the offseason, you can go ahead and share the video with them. Sound off in the comments section about your thoughts on who the Bulls should get or try to get if they are unable to get Lonzo Ball, because we all know that everybody wants Lonzo Ball. Leave that in the comments section. If you have any trade ideas that are legitimate and not trades that aren't going to happen, you can sound off in the comments section. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.